Hi everyone, welcome to your Modern Maven Tarot Collective Tarot for the new moon in Sagittarius. Thank you so much for joining me. If this does end up resonating, please do hit that like button, subscribe to Modern Maven Tarot. Thank you to all my subscribers. This new moon, we should be hopefully feeling some optimism, all right? I'm going to go over the pre-shuffle messages that came through, then we'll get into your tarot. But first, let's talk a little bit about this new moon. Now, depending on where you live, this new moon will be happening either on November 30th or December 1st. So the suggestion from astrology.com for this new moon is to spend the last day of November and the first day of December breaking out of your comfort zone and expanding your horizons during this lunar cycle. This is a good time to take a holiday trip or independent study and to take a leap of faith. And I'm excited to see that leap of faith, and we'll get to that in just a second. So we also want to remember that as we reassessed what we value with the full moon in Taurus, which again, this is going to get to even more important once I get to the pre-shuffle questions or pre-shuffle cards, because can you tell I'm excited? Because there was so much energy related to the specifics of what I wrote before clearing the card. So this is pretty exciting. So with the full moon in Taurus, you take what we value, or we're taking what we reassess in relationship to what we value, right? So take these things that we reassessed to set the intentions that are aligned with a goal, a mission, or a philosophy that gives your life meaning. And that is very important because Sagittarian energy is all about that. Now, this is an optimistic new moon, okay? So the greater your intentions, the better, okay? This is the point to be delusionally optimistic, all right, when it's setting your intentions, and to focus your feelings on that optimism. The sky is the limit for what you want to set for those intentions, and align those intentions with the beliefs of the future that you envision after reassessing what it is that we truly value in life from that Taurus full moon, all right? So there's a lot of moving parts. Obviously, November has been very energetically heightened, if you will, all right, on all areas of the spectrum of energy, very heightened, okay? But what I love about this is the time to really focus those intentions specifically on a goal, a mission, or a philosophy that gives your life meaning. What gives your life meaning, okay? That is going to be very important. And now going back to this, because this is what I saw, clearing. Six of Coins is ruled by Moon and Taurus. Okay, so we're reassessing what value means to us and what we value. And also, too, if you do value something and you're feeling any guilt or fear or shame, that's your shadow talking to you. So if you do have those feelings, go to the root of it. Why do you feel those feelings? Is it because of beliefs of other people that they have about these things? Is it because of beliefs from childhood of how you perceived, like for instance, money? Money is a good example. If this is something where you reject it because of preconceived notions of how you interpret that energy, then that's your shadow trying to get your attention, okay? So yeah, Six of Coins came up, Moon and Taurus. Let's get to some of those more pre-shuffled messages. So the first one that came up while I was shuffling the past life ones was wars and battles, okay? And this one looks pretty intense, right? And if you have been following the astrology of the United States, this is something that is clearly a shadow fear energy related to Pluto and leaving Capricorn and heading into Pluto and Aquarius, okay? So there's just this this goes back to the need of really focusing those intentions on your goals, your missions, and your philosophies in life, okay? Because regardless of the energy, we can always be in charge of what we are focusing our energy on, okay? And it can be hard. It can be a struggle, right? It can be a battle between you and your shadow self, your higher self and your shadow self, okay? So that's just something where we really need to recognize energy for what it is, staying off social media as much as you can. You might have noticed I'm actually limiting to monthly readings and collective new moon and full moon, because personally too, like I don't want to spend that much time. Like I have to do social media already for my career, and it's just really good to ask yourself, again, what you value. And so there's just something here to getting bombarded, and that's something with, the algorithm. Once you watch one tarot video, a million tarot videos come up to you. So there's something where I just truly believe that, like a monthly assessment is good enough. And then I'm probably going to incorporate some readings where it's like what you need to hear right now for the general collective. And then if it finds you, it finds you. Because I just think that's better fine-tuned, especially too because the astrology and the tarot for the month, it gives you everything you need, okay? But anyways, I might go back to weeklies, we'll see. But right now, energetically, you have to ask yourself, what am I putting my energy into and what am I getting out of it? Again, not like the materialistic stuff of it, but what is the energy I'm getting back? Okay, because if something's draining you, that's time to reassess. Okay, so hopefully that Taurus full moon really was asking all of us to just reassess direction, reassess values, and get ready for Pluto in Aquarius because it's here now. All right, so very exciting. Also something to think about. Pluto is very, very slow moving. So I've noticed a lot of people who are very impatient, like it's like Pluto enters at 1 degree in Aquarius and everybody was expecting like boom, and so like, yes, things can move quickly, but just because you're not seeing something doesn't mean it's not happening. So that's something very important, especially too with personal goals that you have. Just because you're not seeing something doesn't mean it's not happening. And so we really need to go back to what the whole message of this new moon in Sagittarius, faith and trust. Okay, faith and trust is gonna come back. Like I have faith that the energy I'm putting out will come back to me in the way that I expect to receive it. Like something along those lines of just faith and trust. I believe the collective, everything is going to work out for the collective good, right? Equality, liberation, all of this energy that is, we're asking that everybody get a share of the pie type of thing, So faith and trust, faith and trust, faith and trust. I'm not going to be surprised if we see faith and trust in those past life energy cards. But anyways, going back to that Pluto energy. So we just have to remember, and remember Scorpio, secrets like death, rebirth, hidden, all that, secretive stuff. I even put out a TikTok, Ruled by Secrecy, with Muse's music, because there's this energy of just because you're not seeing something 3D in front of you doesn't mean that it's not happening. Okay, so just keep that in mind and remember that like the more you give your energy out to other sources to get what you're looking for, the farther away you're getting from the importance of this time. All right, the importance of this time is tuning into yourself, doing the shadow work, answering the wake-up call. Yeah, Pluto's here saying, listen, you got to focus on that relationship you have with yourself before you focus on anything else. Giving your power away to like needing this confirmation from outside sources instead of your internal source. That's going to be a lesson, I think, especially right now. I think we're already learning that. And then it's going to get more grandiose, if you will, as the shifts continue to happen. But just remember, like, why are you seeking outside validation of what you believe? Because again, beliefs, philosophy, all of this stuff is going to be coming to a head, if you will. And that is where you might even be around the time of this new moon in Sagittarius. You might be directed to a new way of thinking, a new philosophy, a new spiritual path. And it's okay, like explore. You're meant to explore, all right? Get excited about exploring. There's nothing wrong with knowledge, okay? The star, Aquarius, 6 of coins. So that's another thing. Wish upon a star. Have the faith of this Aquarian energy. All right. This is all about inspiration, hope, following your bliss. Because when you follow your bliss and you actually put your energy aligned with what you want, instead of worrying about like the things that are currently up in the air, if you will, the shift is happening. Okay, this is all about gifts and karma and balancing the scales, if you will. And I just hope people can realize that what you're putting your energy into is going to make a very big difference. Okay, so what else? Okay, so the other thing, pre-shuffle messages, surrendering to faith in the universe. That was a big one. So what we were just talking about, okay? And then another note I have, 6 of Swords and the Fool came out. And that was very exciting because 6 of Swords is Mercury in Aquarius, all right? Your thoughts, your beliefs, your communication aligned with Aquarian thinking. With the Fool, fresh starts, new beginnings, all right? And so the more you align with Aquarian energy and the less with that Pluto and Capricorn, okay? It's still got everybody's attention, but I do think it's power. Yeah, that fresh start, look at that. Did you see how that popped out? A fresh start is coming for us in the collective, okay? Now, it's not saying not to be knowledgeable and mindful of current events, but the amount of energy you give to it is so very important, all right? All of us individually, and then affecting the collective. The more energy you give to that, the more potent it's going to be, okay? Also, too, the Ten of Swords is ruled by Sun and Gemini. And so we really could be fully entrenched in that fresh start around Gemini season, okay? But yeah, the journey's within, all right? The journey is within. The more you can focus on that inner light of yourself, the more you see this opening up, okay? Oh, another message that I really liked. Let the magic happen. Okay, that was a really fun message that came out. Let the magic happen. And then also selenite came out. Spiritual guidance. Okay, so that's, again, Sagittarian thinking related to spirituality, beliefs, philosophies. I think that's an important message for a lot of people, to let the magic in, because like when you're, like I said, the 3D focusing so much on that, we can kind of lose focus of that, right? I mean, as a Pisces, even I can tell you that when you get bogged down too much into the perception of what is in front of you versus focusing on the feeling first and then watching everything shift, there's a big difference there. Okay, the other last message, oh, I already said this one because it already popped up again, but Six of Coins, Moon and Taurus. Like I said, there's a lot happening. So if you're feeling kind of like a lull or an analysis paralysis, overthinking everything, really like getting this anxiousness about where you're going, why you're doing what you're doing, and the next steps, and this or that, like if you're fearing the unknown, try your best to stay grounded, get out into nature, whatever it is you need to do, focusing, like I said, new moon, focusing on where you are heading. What are your dreams? Now is the time to do everything you can to stay focused on that. Not focus so much on this Pluto shifting transit, and liberate yourself from anything that's holding you back. Okay, that's another message, is this liberation, because taking that leap of faith with the Fool, taking that leap of faith with your thinking and jumping out there, it really does take leaving behind any worries about, the fear of the unknown, the fear of putting yourself out there, the fear of feelings of shame and guilt. Like there's just something here to going all in with optimism and faith, okay? So let's see what we got going on for the collective for the new moon in Sagittarius. Also, too, something that's, we want to be laser focused. So I'm thinking about the fact, too, that, Sagittarius, the archer. And for you to hit your mark, look at, I love this. When you hit your mark, oh, yeah, you have to be laser focused. And so your shadow is going to do everything it can when you are laser focused in that alignment. All right, your shadow is always going to be with you. And so it's just the power that we give it. So when you are laser focused, because we saw the world, right? The world is where the Fool takes his mask off, liberates himself, karmic completion, new journeys, success, feeling your place in the universe. Your shadow is always going to be like, put that mask back on, okay? Like there's always going to be a reason for your shadow to pop up in your thoughts. And so just learn to live with it, learn to deal with it, learn to calm that inner child, because that's going to be popping up even the more, that's another thing too, actually. So Pluto and Aquarius, like there's going to be like highs and lows. And so just remember that when this fear comes up, your shadow is trying to get your attention and it wants to have a conversation with you, okay? Amazing. Well, this is exciting. Oh, okay. Very nice. Okay. Definitely be productive. Okay, overall energy for the collective is the Hanging Man. Now, this is ruled by Neptune. We do have a lot of Neptune and Pisces energy, and that is actually going to keep increasing. So please do yourself a favor, check out Pam Gregory's videos on her. She's got, I don't know if she has a specific one on Neptune and Pisces transits. I think she does. But a lot of her recent uploads have been related to the increase of the power of water, okay? So this is about that suspension, letting go, new perspective, looking at things again, like I said, reassessing our values. We are seeing things from a new light. And when we do this, we want to say yes to it, okay? Because this is the path, this is the way. I really just got, this is the way, okay? The mask. So look at how much of this is related to that mask that we wear, all right? That's very interesting. So the full suspension. This is where if there's something holding you back from expressing yourself completely, being exactly who you are, you're meant to work on that, okay? Build it up, because at the time I'm recording this is before the new moon. So I'm so glad I did this like 10 days in advance, because this is something that leading up to the new moon, like we're building up to this, okay? And so whatever you are holding on to that is holding you back, let it go. And this is for us to collectively, because remember, the more of us that personally attune to this energy, the greater the power the collective will have. So anything that people are holding on to connected to Pluto and Capricorn, we have to let it go. All right. We really have to release it, especially if it's beliefs of how we perceive society to work, on how we perceive the collective to work, on how we perceive other people work, right? Like there's just something here to freeing yourself from limiting beliefs. Now, what you need more of, the Ace of Swords. What I love about this is Capricorn, Aquarius, and Pisces. Ace of Swords is moving into a new direction. Do not be scared of new ideas. So with this new moon, new opportunities. Okay, so it might be something where it doesn't feel like it's anything in alignment with everything that you have been aligned with. But we can't be scared of new ideas, all right? And this is even too like innovative ways of thinking related to society, related to how we interact with others, related to how, finances, like everything. We can't be scared of things that are going to liberate us, all right? There is freedom coming in, but that freedom is going to come in when we all collectively can align our energy with this new forward direction, all right? Be prepared to move forward, but it might be in a new direction. Just remember that. And to have determination, that determination comes with focusing, like I said. Focusing your energy, focusing your actions, focusing your beliefs on where you are going, all right? This is above all of that Capricorn Earth, like that Capricorn Earth energy. This is in the air of the Aquarian thinking. And so we just need to focus more on that. It's so easy because we're getting so bogged down with this mentality of that low vibe energy. It seems as though it has power, okay? There's perceived power. And so the less attention you can give it, the better off you will be. And I have been seeing that a lot, which is exciting. All right, what we have the right amount of collectively is the Six of Wands. So why I love this is Jupiter in Leo. Expansion with fire energy, with our ego, all right? And so we do have to be mindful of this because we really want to make sure that this ego energy that we're harnessing is for the expansion of what we want for the collective, what we want for ourselves, and for something that is aligned with, like I said, these new beliefs that come in with the Sagittarius new moon. But what I love about this so much is this isn't like only recognition and fame and glory, it's teamwork. Okay, so even though this person is here on their horse alone, and a lot of people interpret that as somebody by themselves, there are so many of us individually who are feeling in our energy. And the more of us that like them, I got, what was that? Was it a Coca-Cola commercial where everybody holds hands, around the world or whatever? It's that kind of energy with like all of us individually having this, that's some power right there. Okay. And so allow yourself to enjoy the recognition you deserve. Allow yourself to align with people who are in that Aquarian thinking, who are moving forward, who aren't focusing on the past, and get excited because, like I said, there's something here. There is a major shift, and we just need to make sure that we are understanding the process, okay? What we need less of. So this is interesting, the Fool. Now, the Fool indicates, a fresh start. It's Uranus. There is also some strong Uranus energy here, too. So look at your chart and see any transits that are happening with Uranus, like especially, like you have Uranus squaring something. And this is why I think that this is an area what we need less of, because we want to jump the gun. And this is why I wanted to talk about that Pluto energy, because people, like November 19th, people expected to wake up and like literally everything in society like shifted and switched and oh yay, like running out in a field and doing a dance. Like that's something where we don't want to jump the gun. And so here's why I think this is happening, is because the release is the focus, right? Like getting back down to the square one. But we're enjoying this recognition. And so it might be we might be wanting to put on a new mask instead of keeping the mask off, right? So like we don't want to just switch the mask from this past paradigm to a new mask. We want to be maskless for a little bit. And so I really do think that that's why this is here. We're not meant to jump the gun on anything, because we're still in this freeing state. We're still letting go. We're still shedding, okay? So that by the time this new moon comes, we're ready to fully embrace ourselves, fully embrace each other, and fully embrace a new chapter. Okay, what you can change, the star. Hello, Aquarius. You can change your perception of the collective right now, all right? Like this is what I'm telling you, social media, it's trying so hard to keep you focused on what is crumbling, and you can change what you're focusing on. You can change with this especially like I said, Sagittarius, new moon, wishing upon a star, believing in magic, having hope and faith. And there is a song from Muse, Black Holes and Revelations, at the end. It's called Glorious. That's a good song to listen to, because like the lyrics that I know, they say, faith, it drives me away, but it turns me on like a stranger's love, I think is what it is. Yada, 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 yada. It believes we could be glorious. And so the whole idea is, no matter what in the collective is happening, holding on to that faith that like we all can be glorious, we all can shine, we all can soak up this energy. Like it's so important for us. And this is a big shift. So this is collective energy. And actually, I didn't even bring that up. Collective. So much collective energy that is determined by what we are focusing our attention on. So please wish upon a star. Okay, what you can change is delusional optimism. You can, like, as a Pisces, I always say this, you can be delusionally optimistic and prepared for anything, all right? The duality of that can exist. You just don't have to focus, like, just know that intuitively you are ready for whatever happens, but be delusionally optimistic, all right? This is the point where you have a clear vision. You're ready to be reborn. But in order to be reborn, we want to keep that mask off for a little bit before we quick put on another one, okay? Now, what you need to accept the moon. So this is actually Pisces. Hello. We also have Saturn in Pisces. That's finally direct, okay? The moon is our intuition. It's our imagination. It's our subconscious. Be prepared for some messages in your dreams, especially with Sagittarius and that connected to faith and spirituality. But what you need to accept is, like, look again, like the bare bones, the freeing, the nakedness, if you will. You need to accept your emotions. So sometimes maybe like we reject wanting to feel how we feel. So let's say you're feeling fear and you want to be like, just want to tune it out. Like, no, like you really need to ask yourself, like, why am I feeling, like, especially if you're anxious, your intuition, your subconscious tries to guide you, but just remember that your shadow also does that too. Okay. And so if you need to have a talk with your shadow and be like, listen, we're safe, that's something that you have to do. But what you can accept is that you have to be a dreamer. All right. You have to have that, what did I say? That Pisces, delusional, optimistic, dreamy energy. Okay. You have to really hone in on anything is possible. You don't know how this is happening, but that it's happening. Okay. End of this new moon, though, this makes me so happy seeing the 3 of coins. So this is Mars and Capricorn. And so this is also like slow and steady wins the race. Laser focus. What did I say about that archer needing to be laser focused to get its target? You need to be laser focused on what your target is. Okay. Whatever you are working towards by the end of this new moon, you are like honed in. Okay. And so that's what we all need to be doing. We need to be honed in to exactly what it is that we are building for the collective. And it doesn't have to, your focus doesn't necessarily have to be the collective. It's that your energy showing up every day, working with Saturn and Pisces direct, and completion, success, dedication. And what I love is because this is Capricorn energy. And even though Pluto in Capricorn is going away, there are very wonderful attributes to Capricorn energy, which is this: focus, dedication, paying attention to details. Okay, like those are things that we really can. It's also a protective and practical and caring energy at its highest attributes. So focus, focus, focus. Okay. All right. So let's see what past life energy we got going on. This is an amazing reading. I just had a feeling it would be uplifting. Excuse me. The one thing I find so fascinating is we only have one fire energy, and it's expansion. Okay. So that's lovely to see. So let's get some past life energy for the Sagittarius new moon for the collective. Past life energy. Oh, okay. So we have karmic relationships. All right. And so remember in the collective too, these relationships, it's not just relationships like with an individual, but our relationships with our community, our family. There's so many ways that we can connect to this. But think about all of the karmic energy that is going on right now, tying up loose ends, things being brought back into balance. Okay. So let's see here. All right, this card indicates that one or more of the people in your current life are from previous lifetimes. You both ended your relationships with karmic imbalances. This means that one or both of you are most likely harboring old feelings that need to be healed and released. When this occurs, you will be set free from recurring destructive and toxic relationship patterns. In some cases, this card will arise when there's a reunion with a beloved soul from a previous life. Perhaps you finally reconnected with a romantic partner from your past, or a new friendship is bringing you great joy. With healthy past life connections, you'll immediately feel a sense of comfort and familiarity. You received this card in an answer to a question or concern that involves a karmic relationship. Fortunately, you can appeal to the higher self for help in releasing any old stuck emotional energies. Oh, yeah. So stuck energies. Okay, we're going to get to that in a second here. You may also be guided to work with a specialist with past life regression. Okay. So whatever this relationship is for you, like I said, if this is a one-on-one relationship, if it's family, community, work, whatever that is for you, we don't want to deny the emotions that came with it. Okay, so that's an interesting thing where, like, I saw recently, like, people discussing how certain people want to just pretend things aren't a problem or that they're not there when they are, and then the cycle repeats again, right? This is where we really want to, especially in the collective, like the collective moon energy, the collective healing needed. We don't want to be dismissive of anybody's feelings, okay? Because there's something really to learn and bring into balance from that, okay? There was something else I was going to say and I already forgot. Whatever. Okay, so let's get an empowering question for us to collectively focus on during this new moon in Sagittarius. Okay, what can we collectively... Oh, so that's another thing too. Like, this is making a lot more sense too with, you know, the hanging man and the moon, accepting it. Whatever energy from the past that you're holding on to related to whatever is something that you don't want to, like the baggage you don't want to take with, recognize and understanding it for what it is and letting go of it. Okay, because that's something where that's hard because we harbor things within us. Okay. All right. Empowering question for us. Oh, look at that. Am I focusing more on what my life looks like than on what it feels like? Am I focusing more on what my life looks like than what it feels like? And that is very possibly true, especially with 6 of Wands, recognition, but that, like, there's something missing almost from that. And the moon, what it feels like, okay, accepting. What are you feeling right now? Okay, what are you feeling right now? All right, so let's get some archetypal energy. What archetypal energy is affecting the collective during this New moon in Sagittarius. Ooh, this is perfect. Okay. Collective energy, student, light attributes, humility and devotion to knowledge, openness to lifelong learning, shadow attributes, arrogance in the pursuit of destructive knowledge, unwillingness to translate knowledge into action. All right, so we are collectively being asked to use the light attributes of the student, okay? Because a reminder, this is a good time to take a trip, to do independent study, and take a leap of faith, okay? The star. Leap of faith, changing that. All right. So yeah, the leap of faith, like again with Uranus, it's less with our actions and more with it's less with the actions and more with the internal emotions and communication and thoughts and intentions. Okay. All right. Now let's get some dragon energy for this new moon. All right, what dragon energy can the collective use for new moon in Sagittarius? Whoa, that went flying. All right, we got 2. Green gold dragon from Sirius brings universal knowledge to your spiritual pathway. Learn about spiritual technology. Be a transmitter of sacred knowledge. Ooh, this is fun. All right, especially because of that spiritual pathway, new spiritual guidance and exploring and learning. Golden orange dragon expands your light for ascension. Be a peaceful warrior. Help those in need. Remember your magnificence. And look at the learning. See how they have the pen and the book? Yeah, a lot to learn here. This is exciting. So yeah, be whatever it is you want to explore and learning more about, especially related to your spirituality, this is the perfect time. Okay, so let's get some crystal energy. Ooh. Okay, I guess those are the 2. Did you see how those popped out? Okay, oh my God, look at that. Green calcite, letting go. Letting go. Okay, like I truly believe so much of this is related to Pluto and Capricorn's influence still on us, okay? It's like, again, it's a process, okay? Pluto's slow moving. And aquamarine, simplification, yes. Yes, simplification is so important. And again, because this person, they're focusing on that one coin, okay? They got these other coins that they've made or that they're about to work on. But first, they're going to do the one that's in front of them, okay? The green energy is really sticking out to me too. So much green earthly energy. So like I said, as much as you can get into nature, that's going to really help. All right, so now we're going to do a sign by sign pull, and then we're going to close this out, okay? So exciting. I hope this is resonating with you. Again, if it is, please hit that like button and subscribe to Modern Maven Tarot. All right, Aries, Knight of Swords. This is great because you are ready to charge forward, okay? So just don't hold on to any shadow energy of what it is that's driving you, but drive forward, stand up for what you believe in. This is like, you know, justice and all that energy. So if this isn't you, somebody's coming in hot, okay? But I'm getting more of a sense that this is you because I just heard spiritual warrior. So now is the time, like, you know, to be that spiritual warrior, okay, Aries? All right, Taurus. What did Taurus need to hear for? Okay, I swear I heard one drop. That didn't? Okay. What does Taurus need to hear for the Sagittarius new moon? All right, what does Taurus need to hear for the Sagittarius? 7 of Pentacles, Taurus. Oh, Taurus. All right, so Saturn lessons. This is Saturn and Taurus, okay? If you're feeling like that anxiousness and impatience, like what you're meant to, Saturn is direct in Pisces, hard work and compassion, reassessing our values from that full moon in your sign, all right? If this is what you're feeling, embrace this energy, okay? It's going back to the simplification. There's just something here with if you were on a path, it's not what it was that you wanted it to be or expected it to be. It's okay, all right? But also have the patience to allow something to come to fruition. If it is something that you really like, no, this is what I want, then you have to have the patience to allow yourself to continue with it. Okay. Gemini. Hello, Gemini. It's the Magician. Dang, do not lose this opportunity, Geminis, for the collective, please, and set those intentions, because the Magician is laser focused communication, manifesting through communication, utilizing Mercury. We will be having Mercury Mercury will be retrograde by the time this comes out, or not by the time this comes out, I'm sorry, it doesn't go retrograde till the 25th, but during the time of the new moon. Success is yours through applied effort and talent. Take that wand, believe in the best, put out the best, and just, again, it's the faith. So when you put those intentions out there, and like, let's say things around you aren't specific to what your brain came up with, having the faith that it's still taking you to where you're meant to be, that's what's important here, okay? All right, Cancers. What do Cancers need to hear for the Sagittarius new moon? Ooh, Ace of Wands. All right, Cancers, you might be feeling passionate about a new direction. This is wonderful. I'm getting a lot of inspiration, a new opportunity coming in, a spark of confidence and creativity is going to take you far. So if this is something you're asked, especially with a fire energy of a fire sign, Sagittarius, take this wand, okay? If there is this new spark of creativity and inspiration, go with it. And by summer, you're probably going to see it come to fruition, okay? All right, Leos. Let's see what we got for Leos for 3 of Wands. Leos, okay, that reminder you need that your ships are coming in. If you're losing faith, it's really asking you to be still, focus your energy on thinking big, okay? The sky is the limit. So you're somebody who could really utilize that optimistic energy for the collective, thinking, dream big, set your intentions big, and remember that the sky is the limit, okay? Do not hold your dreams down into like what you think is realistic, okay? Like I said, be delusionally optimistic right now. All right, Virgos, let's see what we got for Virgos for the Sagittarius new moon. Oh, Virgos, Pluto, Judgment, answering the wake-up call, all right? So there's something to liberate yourself. There's something to really shed from this Pluto and Capricorn energy to embrace the Pluto and Aquarius energy. Another message, judge not lest ye be judged. That is so important for all of us to remember, right? And there's something that's called, the call's coming from within the house. So this renewal, like you're really being urged to shed something, okay, and answer that wake-up call. And it's a spiritual message, all right? So maybe you haven't been somebody who's been super spiritual, but this is the time where like things are going to start being pretty powerful, okay? And the more you can shift as an earth sign into that Aquarian thinking, the more power the collective has, okay? All right, Libras. What do Libras need to hear for Sagittarius? Ooh, King of Cups. Libras, you get this a lot. King of Cups is like an emotional tie, like a father figure, boss, like some, masculine emotional energy. And making sure that you nurture your dreams, spend time in your dreams, but also like this calm, okay? Because look at how chaotic the water is, but they're like nice and still on their throne with their cup. And so your important message here is to like really make sure that even as chaotic as the energies of the water bearer coming in with the power of water increasing as well, even though Aquarius is an air sign, it is the water bearer, right? That you keep your emotions calm, that you focus your energy on the future, looking ahead, not looking down below, but really asking yourself like how and in what ways can I nurture my dreams, okay? Amazing. And it could be somebody in your life who is that rock, if you will, and that they're for guidance, like to help you on your path, okay? All right, Scorpios. That was quick. Oh, Queen of Swords, Scorpios. Make sure you have high boundaries. This sometimes relates to legal issues, but seeing, the metamorphosis with the hawk and the butterfly, and then like, the raven in the background with the knowledge. I think this is more about you're going through a major transformation, and that's why you need to keep your boundaries high, all right? Allow your experiences to inform your decisions, and make sure that you don't allow others to sway your thinking, to sway your boundary, like to infiltrate your boundaries, because this is something where I think that you're stepping into a very powerful time. And so it's more important than ever to embrace that. But also too, this can be where, you know, you approach somebody with this energy and to respect their boundaries. All right. But more so I'm getting that this is you, and to really respect your own boundaries. Okay. All right. Sagittarius. What does Sagittarius need to hear during the Sagittarius new moon? Look at you. All right, Sagittarius, what a perfect card for you. New moon in Sagittarius, a new you, Sagittarius. All right, you're ready to get out there. And this is what is so amazing, because after this is the fool I want to see. You're not wearing a mask anymore. You dyed your hair and you're about to jump off a cliff because you have faith that if you do, there's something below to catch you type of energy, right? This is a lot of spontaneity. And so I really hope you do soak up that energy of the Sagittarius new moon, obviously in your season. Sun sign, right? If you are a Sagittarius sun, this is exciting. This is you taking that mask fully off and just being you. So please embrace this. All right. What was that Saturn lesson for you? The power in your confidence, knowing your worth. Once you do all of that, oh, you're off to the races. Okay. Capricorns. What do Capricorns need to hear? Four of Pentacles. All right, this is in Capricorn, so this is interesting. What you need to think about is contemplating your relationship with money, what your perception of security, stability, also that faith of the universe providing. And you remember what I said about having faith. This is also a card of like law and order and structure. So I think you have a lot of focus on your financial security right now. So if you are setting intentions, ask yourself if you have any limiting beliefs to this, okay? All right, Aquarius. Let's see what Aquarius has for. Look at you, Aquarius. Oh, and that's so perfect because, okay, Six of Swords was in the area of what we collectively have the bright amount of, and Pluto just went into Capricorn, and Pluto, or Aquarius is like, I'm sorry, just went in, not into Capricorn, it just left there. Pluto just went into Aquarius, and so like Aquarians have this energy of like finally feeling into their energy, finally feeling that shift of power, right? And so you are super charged up, and if you're not, you're meant to be. So ask yourself all those questions related to what you're letting go of, what you're focusing your beliefs on, new values, new perceptions, new goals, right? But I hope you are shining on there, okay? And so this is the other thing. A healthy ego is wonderful. Just be mindful of why you are going after what you're going after, okay? All right, Pisces. What do we got for Pisces for this new moon? Dang, Pisces. You're the only one that got 2 cards, too. Wow, Pisces. All right, so major change. The Tower with the 7 of Wands. So the 7 of Wands, Mars in Leo, okay? And the Tower is Mars. So there's going to be something coming up with this new moon that is going to ask you how you assert yourself, okay? Because this is the card of asserting yourself with passion, integrity, standing up for what you believe in. And so there could be something here that is going to be asking you, in a sense, to almost like step into your emotional power. So I'm going to go back to seeing that moon card of what you need to accept. And there's a lot of power in your emotions, okay? And so stand up for what you believe in with integrity, persistence, and courage, all right? Remember, we do have Saturn in your sign, okay? So that energy of like lessons and challenges, it's not a surprise to see something like this. But remember, this can be a sudden breakthrough. It doesn't have to, like, the sudden change can be a breakthrough. And I know that a lot of Pisces have gotten it. So let's not leave on the Tower. Let's see. Can we get one more? Okay, there you go. Yeah, so if you were worried about that Tower, the Wheel, the Emperor, 7 of Cups. Okay, so whatever this is for you, this is where this makes sense to as a Pisces. I understand this. We tend to, avoid conflict, try and, like, you know what I mean? Like, that's something where there's just a major shakeup happening, but clearly it is a very exciting one. So thank you so much, everybody, for joining me again. Please hit that like button, subscribe to Modern Maven Tarot, share this with somebody who needs to hear this message. And as always, shine your inner light. We've got this.